channel Bal Vigyan Bharati, and here is your mentor Avilash Sarkar. We are progressing on time, speed, and distance problem solving session. There we have reached up to problem number 18. Now we'll move on to problem number 19. Okay. Running at a speed of at a speed of 60 kmph, a train passed through a a 1.5 kilometer long tunnel in 2 minutes. What is the length of the train? What is the length of the train? So you know when a train is passing passing through a tunnel or platform which is having a definite length with respect to the train, it is not negligible. Then when a train passing through that, it has to add it to the length of the train to cross that platform or the tunnel or the bridge, to consider the distance train travels when it is crossing that particular item. So length of the train, let's say LT, and length of the tunnel be both are L1 and L2, let's say. Okay. So the tunnel has said to be how much? 1.5 kilometer. The train length you have to calculate, and the speed of the train is said to be 60 kmph. So this is all. So this is crossing in 2 minutes. So the time 2 minutes in hour we are converting, it is equal to the length is L1 plus L2, that is covering with the speed S. So this will be the simple equation, and L1 is unknown, this is 1.5, and S is equal to 60. So everything is kilometer and second, so I need not to worry about much. So this will be cancelled out. So L1 is equal to 0.5, the 0.5 kilometer. The length of the train is 0.5 kilometer. Fine. Is number 20. Geeta runs 5/2 times as fast as Bhavita. Geeta runs 5.2 times as fast as Babita in a race. If Geeta gives a lead of 40 meter, if Geeta gives a lead of 40 meter to Babita, find the distance from the starting point. Find the distance from the starting point where both of them will meet. Where both of them will meet. Okay, so it has said correct up to 2 decimals. So your result has to be taken, maybe it will a recurring number will come after the decimal. So correct up to 2 decimal it has said. You have to take your answer. So first, Geeta runs 5 by 2 times as fast as Babita. So speed, Geeta speed, let's say be G, okay, and or sorry, because I have to take the reference Babita speed. I am taking Babita speed be B, then Geeta speed is 5 by 2 of B. Okay, in a race, Geeta gives a lead of 40 meter to Babita. So they are moving in a straight line, and in a race, Geeta gives a lead of this meter to Babita. So what do you find? What do you think about this line? In a race, Geeta gives a lead of 40 meter to Babita. That means as Babita is slower, Babita is here and Geeta is here, and they are apart 40 meter to each other. Then after they are moving, find the distance from the starting point. Means they are starting at this juncture where there is a difference of 40 meter. In a race, Geeta gives a lead of 40 meter to Babita. Here, while they are starting, they are having a distance of 40 meter apart, where Babita is standing forward and Geeta is backing towards 40 meters, means behind Babita. As because Babita is slower, and if they start at some point of time, Geeta will catch Babita. The Geeta and Babita will reach there. So what is the? This could be X. Now from the starting point, it said find the distance from the starting point where both of them will meet. So what do you find would be the answer? There could be answer with reference to the two persons. From Geeta's perspective, this is her starting point, and Babita has started from here. So if I find X, so I have to answer it accordingly, because Babita's starting point here, Geeta's starting point is here. So let me check if it is speed is there. So for case of means when they are meeting, so they have a common time to reach there. Babita is reaching in the time t, let's say, up to the she is covering x distance in t time, and whereas Geeta is covering 40 plus x distance in t time. So if I consider Geeta's case, so 40 plus x, 40 is given in meter, so x is also to be in meter, and their speed is not given in many, so speed will consider meter per second. So let it be. So distance upon speed for Babita, for Geeta is 5 by 2 of B. This is the distance upon speed is equal to time t, and that is same for Babita for x distance and the speed. Okay, now this equaling, so this BB is cancelled out, so 40 plus x is equal to 2 by 5, 5 by 2x. So 40 is equal to x will go that side, this means 2.5, that is equal to 3 by 2x. So x is equal to 40 into 2 by 3. So if I do, so while you taking the consideration the 2 decimal, so that is equal to 3 to the 6, 3, 6, 18, 6, 18, 6, 18. So round off, you will get 26.67. So that is from the starting point of B. The Babita, both will meet each other. Okay. Find the distance from the starting point where both starting point is starting point of Babita. We will refer it as a starting point of Babita. The distance is 26.67. Okay. Number 21. In a 1500 meter race, Anil beats Bakul. Anil beats Bakul by 150 meter, and in the same race, Bakul beats Charles. Bakul beats Charles by 75 meter. By what distance? By what distance does Anil beat Charles? Does Anil beats Charles? Sorry. So in a 150 meter means there is a distance of 1500 meter. This is the track length on which they are running. Anil beats Bakul. So let's say Anil has reached the terminal point. He beats Bakul by 150. Let's say Bakul is here and their distance when he has reached, he is in 150 meter distance. And in the same race, Bakul beats Charles. So in the same race, when Bakul reaches here, Charles is 75 meter away. So by what distance did Anil beat Charles? So one thing has to be assured. So let's say at t time, means at time t, when Anil cover 1500 meter, what Bakul covers, it is less than 1500 minus 150. This will be the case. So this much he covers in, that means 1305, this much cover. So what is the speed for Anil? Anil's speed, the speed of Anil, if I consider, that is equal to 1500 by t, and that was of Bakul is 1350 by t, isn't it? Okay. So, and if it is the second case, when Bakul has reached the terminal, he beating 75 meter. So with this speed, let's say for Bakul reaching in the terminal, it's taking t1 time, isn't it? So with this speed of Bakul, he is covering 1500 with the speed of this in time t1. So that is the case. So what is if I take t1 by t, means t1 by t, if I consider, that will be equal to 1500 by 1350. So if I cancel it out, so with 5 30, with 5 it is 5257. So again 10 3 9, 10 by 9. So t1 is equal to 10 by 9. Just remember. and follow me what I am doing. I will say why I am doing and what is the possibility the student will make mistake there. So now you, from this t by t1 is equal to, I write it somewhere, t1, this will be useful when I will calculate the Charles speed. So understand, so now I will consider the Charles speed. What will be the in t1 time he will reach something 1500 minus 75 in t1. Now t1 is what? T1 is 10 by 9 up into t. I will put it there. So that means 1425, and t1 I will put 10 by 9 into t. So t will be there and it will be reverse. So this one. So speed of this in terms of this I will got. Fine. So now what is the case? By what distance does Anil beats Charles? So this is the speed. So if I consider the first case where the Charles location when Anil has reached here, that I have to find. So they are using t time. Everybody means when Anil has reached the terminal in t time, he has to also move for t time. Okay. So for t time, what is the Charles distance in t time? That is equal to speed, that means 1425 by t into 9 by 10 into time t, because in time t only will get when Anil has reached terminal how much distance he has covered. So the remaining will be the backing length, means how behind he is from Anil. So tt is cancelled out. This is equal to 142.5 into 5 into 9. So this is equal to 4, 5 into the 45, 9 to the 18, 18 to 2, 9 to 36, 36, 38, 3, 9, 1, 2. So this will be this much he has covered. So 1500 minus 128.2, that is equal to how much? 5712. So this much meter. By what distance does Anil beats Charles? So Anil beats Charles by 217.5 meter. Okay, now why I have taken so much of pain while calculating? People may think while Anil has reached A, this is 150 and Charles is behind him by 75, but this is not the case. So for in this case, Anil and Charles distance will be straight away 150 plus 70. It would be the case. Otherwise, this will be 225. But my distance is coming. So student may make mistake. They at same point of time they will make 75 behind Bakul and they will calculate this much. But this is the wrong answer. Understand? Because thing is that how will I say somebody has beat? Once the person who is beating must reach the terminal point. So by that time Bakul reached here, this distance cannot be the same as now. This distance will be something less because both are moving now. Then Anil has already reached. Then after when Bakul will reach, by that time he also some reach. So that 75 distance is not the distance when Anil has reached the terminal. There could be some more something else distance. This is not the same distance we are getting in this case when Anil has reached. When Bakul will reach, he will also move some distance, and when he will move, Bakul will reach, then that distance is said to be 75 because Bakul is beating Charles in that case when Bakul has reached the terminal. So don't make mistake straight away. Don't put that 75 here, then you will answer will be wrong. Okay. Fine. Now the problem number 22. It says two trains one 152.5 meter long and other 157.5 meter long, coming from opposite directions cross each other in 9.3 seconds. What is their combined speed? So now this is very interesting. As you can see, in earlier some cases I already said, when the two motions are relative to each other, if they are moving in one direction, so for distance traveling with the combined effect of those or if they are moving in the same direction, that means what are the, if one is having speed v, one is another v, and this is having different dimension, so one may go ahead, other may left behind, and after some time they will make some distance between them, and that distance being calculated with their relative velocity. If v is supposed to be higher, with the time, if I multiply the time, the distance, this distance is the relative distance between those at certain time. Okay, and now the same thing when they are moving in opposite direction, this same thing with the time lapse of this will make, when the velocity is being added for certain time, the distance will be how much apart they are, that can be calculated. So now this is just like a relative thing. Why? When train are passing by each other at some juncture, if I say the imaginary line, while their back is just crossing that line, will have a distance equal to the length of the respective train. This has to be crossed. Now there could be one possibility, so one train is standby, other is crossing. So when one other train is crossing, let's say this is having u, this is having v. Now if v is supposed to be 0, then this length has to be covered by only u with the time, and distance will be L1 plus L2, isn't it? Now if v is not 0, in that case our cumulative velocity will need it, because for that time when this train is moving, for that time also this train is moving, and they are cumulatively covering the distance, this one, this both velocities effect is contributing to cross L1 plus L2, because they are crossing each other. So the relative distance they are covering is L1 plus L2. Both is contributing to cross those distance. Then only we can say when their back is just crossing this thin line, they are crossing each other. So he is also contributing to cross each other. He is also contributing. So how they are contributing? The both speed being added for the time they are crossing. The time is already given, is 9.3. They are crossing each other. So for that time they together is crossing this much length. So that the cumulative velocity will help to cross this distance. This has to be understood very individually they are not crossing L1 plus L2. Together they are crossing L1 plus L2. Otherwise, one, if it is standby, one will contribute, and that time, the time taken by the other train who is only moving, other is not moving, will be more, because this time cannot be the same when V plus U being added. The time which crossing L1 L2 cannot be the same, because he will take more time to cross the other train if other train is not contributing. Okay, so the cumulative velocity for this case, which has to be calculated, can be found out by adding the train length by the time given. So this case is equal to 152.5 plus 157.5 upon 9.3. So this will be in meter per second. So what is that? 550,013 by 93. So if I cancel it, I will get another 0 here, into 10 I will get here. So 331,0, 31,3. So this is how much? 100 upon 3. Now this is meter per second. This will be the cumulative velocity for this case. Okay, you can convert it kilometer per hour if needed. Otherwise, this also will be answer. Understood? So I will end up here. In the next video, I will move on to the problem number 23. So thank you for now. Bye.